I'll open the meeting. It is Thursday, is that set to go? Okay, Thursday, June 26th, the regular meeting of council. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Be it approved that the meeting be called to order and that the agenda for the meeting be adopted as circulated. Could I have a mover, please? Councilor Bichetti moves. Could I have a seconder? Councilor Kleiber seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, carried. Takes us down to 3 amendments to the agenda. I'd like to add CEO recruitment to in-camera session, if that is all right with council.
Yep.
Okay. Be it resolved that the meeting be called to order and that the agenda be adopted as circulated and as amended. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I have a seconder?
I'll second.
Councilor Kleiber seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, okay, call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have opening remarks by Councilor Pactican.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to say a few things. I got my Canada Day shirt on today. I just, we're getting ramped up and excited for Canada Day, which is Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. And I know the RM has been working really hard to make this year. It's the 35th year of Canada Day in the arm of West St. Paul. So it's a huge tradition, and it attracts thousands of people. I understand it attracts more than 3,000 people every year. So it's there's going to be the Mopar car, pancake breakfast, lots of activities for kids. There's wrestling. You might even see Councilor Bichetti in the wrestling ring. Who knows? Special match between
I don't think
Councilor
so.
Campbell and Councilor Bichetti. Last year we had a special arm wrestling match with the mayor, Mayor Trujan, and the mayor of Selkirk, Larry Johansson. But unfortunately this year, Mayor Johansson's unable to make it. I think he's just scared of you, Mayor Trujan, but he's unable to make it this year. He's got a bit of a, he's not able to make it this year, but next year he promises to be here. So we've got an arm wrestling tournament that I'm coordinating. I'm really excited to coordinate that. Lots of activities for kids. Last year I heard some feedback that we wanted to have some classes for the average citizen that isn't an arm wrestler. So we've added a novice class, and we've got some amazing medals here. I'm just going to show you here. A nice weight to it, custom medals, collectible for the novice classes, some for the kids as well as for the women as well. So it's come out for fun and pull in the arm wrestling contest. So I just want to put that out there. Make sure you come up for Canada Day. It's going to be a great time, and we hope to see you there. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
So there's nothing in number 5 for planning, nothing in 6 for general business matters. 7, there's no delegation. 8, confirmation of minutes. 8.1, regular meeting of May 22nd, 2025. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held on May 22nd, 2025 be approved. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Pactican moves. Can I have a seconder, please? Councilor Campbell seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. 8.2, Committee of the Whole meeting on June 10th, 2025. Be it resolved that the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting of council held on June 10th, 2025.
Can we, I'm sorry, Mayor, can we go back to May 22nd?
Okay, yes.
I just wanted to see, I thought I was at that meeting. No, okay, never mind. I
Okay.
was in Europe, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so Committee of the Whole, be it resolved that the minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting held on June 10th, 2025 be approved. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I seconder?
I'll second it, Mr.
Councilor
Mayor.
Pactican seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Now we have the regular planning meeting of June 12th, 2025. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular planning meeting of council held on June 12th, 2025 be approved. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved.
Councilor Kleiber moves. Can I have a seconder?
Second.
Councilor Bichetti seconds it. Any comments, questions?
Just a comment, Mr.
Okay.
Mayor. This is the meeting that we had several public hearings on the agenda, and there was a suggestion from the residents that perhaps maybe if we have some larger items. This is the meeting where we had, I believe, the application for Costco, McDonald's, and other things, and we didn't quite get through the agenda. There was a suggestion from residents that maybe smaller items can be dealt with first, or maybe an agenda that just deals with smaller items and an agenda that deals with larger items. Just, or perhaps even maybe having a discussion with Red River Planning about agenda management for this, because it was a little unfair that folks were here until the end of the night and then their application wasn't able to be heard. I think we just had too much on the agenda. I mean, it happens from time to time, but if we have if there's a way we can control that or manage that a little bit better, I'd be interested in looking at that. I just wanted to put those comments on the record.
Okay, thank you very much. Can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Okay, there's no bylaws. Takes us down to number 10, accounts receivable, accounts and invoices for payment. 10.1, we have for information. I don't know if it's the payment registry. There's a number of items on here. Anyone got any questions on it? Okay, next is manual payments as for June 6th. There's a couple of manual payments. Any questions on these two? And then there's the April visa report. Any questions? None. Payment registry as of June 19th, 2025.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't recall if I had a couple of questions that I brought forward to the administration, perhaps at the committee of the whole. And I'm not sure if the answer was coming forward. I believe I provided those questions to the MLO. And I see the MLO is not here today, so I just wanted to maybe allow time for our replacement, Julia Brown, to maybe see if, double check with the MLO if my questions were answered from the last meeting regarding some of the payments. It doesn't have to be answered today, but if you could just maybe
I'll make a note and then I'll get her to send you an email.
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other questions? There's the May visa report. Okay, takes us down to number 11, payroll monthly statements. Any questions or resolution? Oh, yes, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Be it resolved that the payroll for the month of May as follows be approved as presented. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Council Paxton moves. Can I have a seconder, please? Council Campbell seconds it. Any comments, questions? Guess I got a question. One thing is that the fire department, they have a number of trainees going on. I'm wondering if we could get a report on the amount of what the cost of the training has been. If they're keeping track of separating, training costs and call out costs. It's the only request that I have.
We could ask.
Don't ask it
For
then.
this acting CO to
Don't ask here.
that information.
And, we can maybe have it ready for the next COW meeting, if that's all right. Doesn't have to be, I'm not in a rush for it. Probably take some time to get together if it isn't being done, but there should be a record of what the training costs are for these firefighters that we have in training. Okay, could I have a mover, please? To have that, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Now we're down to 12.1, financial statements for the period ending April 30th, 2025. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul approve the financial statements for the period ending May 30th, 2025. Could I have a mover, please?
Move it, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I have a seconder?
Seconded, Mr. Mayor.
Council Pactan seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Got this, next is 13, the CAO's report. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality accept the CAO's report as information. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move.
Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I have a seconder, please? Seconder?
I'll second.
Council Campbell seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Takes us down to 14.1, Cartier Regional Water Co-op, received as information. Then we go down to 15, general business, 15.1, meeting dates. Oh, be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul authorized attendance of the following meeting. May 27th, building consultation meeting with the Mayor Turgeon and Deputy Mayor Pactacan. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move it.
We should have that.
I believe
Are we
that.
on 15.1?
Yep, 15.1.
I
Is
bel-
that the day we went to McDonald's?
Well, okay.
No, that was this is the one.
That would be, we were there,
Yeah.
you and
Councillor
Giorgio,
Bichetti and-
myself.
At the
Councillor-
fire hall,
and-
right?
Yeah, the first.
Yeah, and was
Oh.
Peter Campbell there too?
No.
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 Okay, so Giorgio and myself should be on the May 27th as well.
But you and I, no, it's, didn't you? The one up here upstairs there.
Okay.
Okay, any other ones? Okay. Can I call it for the vote? We have to move it in, okay. Right, okay. Council Bichetti moves,
I'll second.
Council Claver seconds it. Can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. And that is as amended, correct?
No, that's fine, just add the names.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, now we have the fire department appointment for additional member. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul appoint Alison Gauthier to the West St. Paul Fire Department effective June 12th, 2025. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved.
Councilor Clyber moves. Can I have a seconder, please? Councilor Bichetti seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Okay, 15.3, Meadowlands Pond Lighting and Meadowlands Park Seating Shelter. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul approve the expenditure of pond lighting within the Meadowlands subdivision for the green space reservoir up to a maximum of $40,000, as well as for a seating shelter up to a maximum of $30,000. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move it.
Councilor Clyber moves it. Can I have a seconder, please? Anyone?
I'll second.
Councilor Bichetti seconds.
I'd like to
And-
amend the resolution though, because I feel like it's, we talked about this at Committee of the Whole.
Okay,
This is something that they paid into and then they get 75% of it back.
right.
It looks like, just from this resolution, that we're going to our green space reserve and just giving it to Meadowlands. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how could we amend that so that we know that it's coming from, it's kind of their reserve? You know what I'm talking about, Pam, right? Yeah.
You could add,
You could say, as per the development agreement with Meadowlands?
We could just do Meadowlands development from the Meadowlands Green Space Reserve.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
let's
so it
put
looks-
just, yeah, let's just put Meadowlands Green Space Reserve. Should we do that?
Yeah,
And then it's clear that we're not favoring one person over another?
yeah, it shows that it's coming out of that because that's where it's
Yeah.
supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you're taking out the words from and the, right? Meadowlands, green space.
No,
reserve.
No, Meadowlands development from the Meadowlands Green Space Reserve.
yeah, from the Meadowlands Green
Oh,
Space
okay.
Reserve.
Right,
Yeah, we just
okay.
add Meadowlands in front of Green Space Reserve. You okay with that amendment, Councilor Bichetti? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, so we'll pass it as amended. Okay, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. 14.5, parking permit request. Evelyn Avenue, be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul approve the parking permit for Melena Camplin to park on Evelyn Avenue, valid Monday to Friday between hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move and then I got a comment.
Okay, Councilor.
I'll second.
Okay, Councilor Bichetti moves, Councilor Clyber seconds. Go ahead, Councilor Bichetti.
As the area councillor, I don't think we should be approving any parking on this street during the day. The street's already narrow enough. We might not think it's an issue in the summer, but come winter time, all the garbage trucks go down there for Middle Church Home, delivery, shipping, everything is down that street. Come shift change time, it's back to back, waiting for the light there. Right now, I think we're gonna be looking at a lot of our bylaws and parking and stuff like that, so I don't think we should be approving anything like this until we look into what we're doing and someone to, you know, police it. So,
If I
for
may,
that
Mayor?
reason, I can't support this.
Go ahead,
I think
Counselor.
the bylaw was created for a reason, and it was to address that, and we should uphold the bylaw here. The bylaw speaks to this because there was always problems there, and I don't think those problems have disappeared, so.
Isn't there still a lot of parking space available within the,
Yeah,
Mhm.
so they can't park in that parking space?
well, they have to work that out with their employer,
Yeah,
yeah. There's parking spots
They
to be
try to
had.
park closer, especially in the winter, because the parking lot's so far from the entrance where they go in.
Oh, yeah.
So they try to park closer by the shipping, receiving, because that's where a lot of them go in. And it's just, we can't take the brunt of just to make it easier for them to go into the buildings.
no, there's lots of places in Winnipeg where the parking lot is, you know, way out from the parking entrance, and employees are expected to walk the distance to get to there. Lots of large employers with over 800 people. You know, you can't have all the parking slots close to the building with that thing, so I think it's a valid concern that you brought up, Councilor Bichetti.
Yeah,
Any other comments, questions?
it's weird.
Nope.
Okay, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, defeated. 15.5, parking permit request, Balderstone Road. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul approve a parking permit for Susie Watson to park on Balderstone Ave, valid Monday to Friday between hours of 7 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved.
Councilor Clyber moves, seconder.
Second.
Councilor Bichetti seconds. Any comments, questions?
Same as before,
Same as before?
yeah.
Okay,
There's
Different
parking spots
streets,
there
same
for them.
reasons.
okay. Can I call for the vote? All in favor? Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, defeated. 15.6, 2025 capital project, PR3 motor grader. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul accept the Canoe Source contract for the supply of the 2025 John Deere 870 motor grader, complete with wings submitted by Brandt Tractor in the amount of $48,235.20, plus GST, which includes the trade-in value of $90,000 for the 2010 John Deere 770 motor grader with snow wing. Can I have a mover, please?
I'll move, Mr. Mayor.
Council Bichetti moves. Can I have a seconder, please?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Council Patcan seconds it. Any comments, questions? Go ahead, Council Patcan.
Yeah, I think this is a great addition to the fleet at the arm of West St. Paul. I want to thank Councillor Campbell for bringing this initiative forward. I think this will add some agility to the areas, the newly developed areas, and allow our snow clearing operations to be more efficient and more agile. So I'll be supporting the motion.
Okay.
Yeah, this one wasn't me, Councilor Patrick.
Oh, wasn't it?
No, this is a grader.
Okay. Oh, pardon me, sorry.
Okay. Any comments, questions?
Just wanted to bring your attention to one coming up that is right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, could I have a call for a vote?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. 15.7, 2025 capital project, rubber tire loader with blade and wing attachment. Be it resolved that the Council of the Rural Municipality of West St. Paul accept the Canoe Source contract for the supply of a 2020 Volvo L90H GPE wheel loader, complete with Craig plow wing submitted by Norris in the amount of $449,706.02 plus GST. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I have a seconder, please?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Campbell, Paxton seconds it. Any comments, questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, the comments I made before, I want to apply them here. So thanking Councillor Campbell for this initiative. I saw the wing attachment on the last one. I thought this was it, but this will be good for our fleet and allow our snow clearing operations to be more nimble, efficient, and agile in the newer developed areas. So we'll be supporting this motion.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Okay, we're down to 15.9. I guess we should just have a discussion.
15.8.
Oh, right, 15.8, right.
Yeah.
Right. Before I call the resolution, I just want to, is there any, don't know when we had the Cal meeting, we had discussions on this.
Yep.
I don't know where we finalized that. Did we finalize with, who were the ones that we had here?
There was two.
This is
We want to go.
I think it was
Evelyn?
Evelyn
Yes.
Miskew.
It was Evelyn? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll just revise our motion.
Yeah, that's what I'll do then.
Okay.
Okay. Be it resolved that the Council of Rural Municipality of West St. Paul accept Evelyn Miskew as residents of the 2025 Chick Ballastone Award as recommended by the Recreation Director. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Paxton moves it. Councilor Bichetti seconds it. Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, 15.9, we're all right with the person that we have written down here?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Be it resolved that the Council of Rural Municipality of West St. Paul accept Autumn Christensen as Christian as their seat for the 2025 West St. Paul Youth Awards as recommended by the Recreation Director. Could I have a mover, please? Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I have a seconder?
Seconded, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Paxton seconds it. Any comments, questions? Can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Okay, 15.10, a withdrawal from the capital planning region. Be it resolved that the Council of Rural Municipality of St. Paul invoke clause 10-2 of Bill 4 and requests that the Minister of Municipal and Northern Relations withdraw the rural municipality of West St. Paul from the capital planning region as soon as practical, and further that council authorize the acting chief administrative officer to enter into negotiations with the CPR regarding the fair division of assets and equitable allocations for the rights and property deeds and obligations, liabilities for the planning region as per 10.19-2 of the Planning Act. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved.
I'll second.
Councilor Clyburn moves, Councilor Bichetti seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. 15.11, 2025 capital project, PR2 mobile meter reader. Be it resolved that Council of Rural Municipality approve the additional capital expenditure of the mobile meter reader from the sewer reserve of up to $1,000, maximum $1,000. Could I have a mover, please?
So,
Councilor Bichetti moves, Councilor Campbell seconds. Any comments, questions? Okay, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
I oppose. Okay, it's been carried. 15.12, 2025 capital project, pond aeration in the trails development. Be it resolved that the Council of the Municipality of West St. Paul approve the sole source purchase of pond aeration in the trails development from Clean Water Pro at a cost of $114,663.61 plus GST. Could I have a mover, please? Councilor Bichetti moves. Can I-
second.
Councilor Campbell seconds. Comments, please?
I'd like to thank all of council for letting me get this on the table. This has been a lot of years of trying to get these ponds aerated. It's good to see that we found a company that figured out how to do it and, well, I guess, keep it within some scope of a cost and to what we were looking at. I will be supporting this, and thanks for letting us get it on the table.
Okay, any other comments? Can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Okay, 15.13, 2025 grant request for access center rental fee to be waived. Be it resolved that the council of the rural municipality of West St. Paul waive the access center facility rental fees for the event as follows: Overtime Fitness. Overtime Fitness Cancer Cure Manitoba fundraising event, June 8th, for $238.88. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move.
I'll
Council-
second.
Okay, Councilor Kleiber moves, Councilor Shetty seconds. Any comments, questions?
Yeah, I would like to make a comment.
Yep, go
Well,
ahead.
One of the reasons that this has come on the table is because 100% of the proceeds is going to cancer care. So all the proceeds at this fundraiser will go there. So I'm in favor of waiving this fee.
Councilor.
Nice for them to do that.
Oh, no comments? Okay. Okay, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Okay, takes us down to in-camera number 8.
Mr. Mayor, sorry, before you do that on a point of order, would I be able to change my vote for item 15.4, the parking permit request, Evelyn Avenue? I think I made an error. On that, I meant to vote nay for that.
Okay.
If I voted yea, I meant to vote nay. So can we change that for the record? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead. Okay, so now we're going camera. Be it resolved that in accordance with section 152-3 of the Municipal Act, Council does now move in camera to discuss matters that are in preliminary stages and respecting with discussion in public would prejudice the municipality's ability to carry out its activities or negotiate and legal matters. Be it further resolved that in accordance with section 83(1)D of the Municipal Act, any issues that are discussed are kept confidential until discussed at a regular meeting of council. Could I have a mover, please?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Council Blackton moves, Council Bichetti seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. Okay. Okay, so we're coming out of camera right now. Okay. Be it resolved that council now move out of camera and resume the regular order of business. Could I have a mover, please?
I'll move.
Councilor Pichetti moves. Can I have a seconder, please?
I'll second.
Councilor Kleiber seconds it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none. Call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Carried. Okay, for the Horizon report, we we discussed the administration building, 18.3.1. Be it resolved that council of the rural municipality of West St. Paul be agreeable to using the unaddressed vacant land on Holland Avenue located near Capitalist Drive for the new administration building and direct administration to complete a request for proposal for the design of a new administration building. Can I have a mover, please?
Second.
Councilor Shetty moves, Councilor Kleiber seconds. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, carried. We also discussed some legal matters, 18.3.2, and we also discussed the recruitment of the CAO. It is now 7:23 on Thursday. Time to adjourn the meeting. Be it resolved that this meeting of council be adjourned at 7:23 p.m. Can I have a mover, please? Councilor Bichetti moves. Seconder, please.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Councilor Patkan seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Any other comments? Hearing none, carried. Meeting is adjourned.